Hey, welcome to our knee-friendly mobility. We are going to be working on mobilizing everything around the knee. If you have pain going into deep flexion, then this one is for you. We're not going to be doing loaded deep flexion. We're going to be doing unloaded deep flexion. If you've got acute pain, get it checked out. And of course, never do a movement that causes immediate, sharp, or burning pain. Okay, let's get started. You need a seat. This could be a kitchen chair, could be a higher box like this. I want you to be able to sit so you have a neutral or extended spine. So if you see my spine makes a C this way, I don't want to be sitting so that my spine makes a C this way. So for me, I can sit on the box here, and this is a nice comfortable position for me. We're gonna raise one leg so that we still maintain that position through our spine. So if I raise my leg and it makes me just slightly bend my spine, too high, not stretching the same muscles. I want you to find that position where we're still neutral and we've created this angle with a little bit of a stretch through the butt or maybe the hamstrings. From there, you're gonna hold. Remember, this could for you be sitting here and holding here. Wherever that is for you, I want you to find the shake point so the femur stays still. And then for 30 seconds here, we're gonna be lifting the toes until we feel a stretch through the hamstrings and glutes, and probably get to a point where our quads are shaking a little bit. 20 more seconds on this side. Wherever that is for you today, you can relax the toes if you want. Should find that we want that shake point to happen just before we get totally straight with the leg. So you'll notice I'm not getting to the point where I'm, even here would be good. If I get that shake, I'm doing it well. Good, let's switch to second side. Might be different left to right, check it out. And you can explore with a little bit of rotation of the lower fib by pointing the toes a little more to the left or a little more to the right. Main thing I want you to feel here is a stretch through the back of your thigh and a stretch through your glutes. 10 seconds left on this side. 3, 2, 1. Good, we're gonna come to this part of our seat. I want you to lift one leg, go back to that first leg. Knee is higher than our other knee. Foot is out, so it's not gonna hit my leg. From there, we're gonna keep this totally still. We can lean back a little bit to keep that spine neutral, and we're gonna rotate until we feel a stretch through the outside of the hips. And so you'll notice this isn't happening at the knee. The knee is actually totally still, but the muscles up here around it are working to rotate the femur, which makes the rotate the femur out, which makes the foot come in. Good, let's try it on the second side. This is all getting us warm, mobilized to move into some unweighted or low-weighted knee flexion. You might find on one side, man, it's hard for me to actually get or feel a stretch. If that's the case, play around with how straight or bent your leg is, how close or far that foot is from your other shin as you're rotating. Good work. 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna move into stretching our calves. Now for some people, they'll need a raised surface. For some people, they will not. I want you to bend your knee. So you're gonna spread your foot wide. You're gonna send your knee over your little toe and go lean towards the box. This is just stretching out your calves. Keep holding that stretch and press through the toes into the ground. You should feel a muscle up here working. Then relax, chase the stretch. Now for some people, they'll tell me they don't feel a stretch, and I'll see that their knee is all the way in here. We're not doing that. I want you to drive your knee over your second toe or even wider, and I want you to actively search for a stretch. This foot can be wherever it needs to be such that we're not weighting this leg too much, but let's switch sides. Good, aiming for a stretch back here, bending the knee significantly before moving the hips forward, finding a stretch through the back here. Good. And then pressing that big toe of the stretched leg into the ground. This other foot's just support. It can be wherever we need it to be. Pressing it in for 3, 2, 1, relaxing, feeling and chasing that stretch now. Want to feel it. You might feel it through the bottom of the foot. You might feel it through the calf. But finding that stretch. Awesome. We are going to stretch out our quads now. There's a couple ways to do this. I want you to use your chair or surface to balance. We're going to leave our knee where it is, drive our heel towards our butt 10 times. When you first start doing this, you might find I can't even get to a stretch yet because I'm not getting my heel high enough. Just stick with it. Raise that heel. Now for this last one, we're going to raise the heel, keep it raised, and then you're going to try and get this foot as far away from you as you can while keeping your hips still, and that should cause a stretch through the front here. Nice work. We're going to do all this on the second side, and you can play around with where that knee is relative to your other knee. It's going to change where you feel the stretch as you push back. Good, let's hit second side. So remember, first, hips are still, drive the foot towards your butt. Now we could do a static stretch for this too if you loop a sweater around your ankle, or if you're in a position to and it feels good, you could hold on to that ankle with your hand. But in this position now, keep the hips still. We're going to drive back. And it's amazing if we keep our pelvis still, how this can use muscles on the back of the body to stretch out the front of the body. All right, good. We have reached the point of flexion. So the higher this surface is, the less weight will be through this leg. You can also reduce the weight through the leg by using a pole. So for me, if I come up here, I'm going to move into flexion, try and move my hips towards my heel and just play around with how that feels and stretch it out. I could get a stretch through the hip here, through the butt. I could get a stretch through the front of the back hip, but you can also do this lower. So in this position now, same thing, I'm moving into flexion. I'll show you from the side. Moving into flexion here, and I'm not weighted because the majority of my weight is through this back leg on the ground, and I can push through the pole too. I want you to just play with going into a little bit of flexion, feeling a stretch through the front of the back hip, feeling a stretch through the back of the front hip, and then feeling good about rotating through. So I can rotate my hip bones towards my foot. I can rotate my hip bones away. Just play with that. There's so many stretches we can find here. And let's switch to second side. As you repeat this mobility, man, the world's your oyster. You can go lower with this front box to get more load through this knee and see how that feels. You can start actively working through what we call front foot elevated split squats. Or you can search for a stretch in a different way. Either way, I want you to hang out here for a few moments. And I want you to come on down. Awesome. That is it for our knee-friendly mobility. I hope you have a wilder day. We'll talk to you soon.